And Caroline, this quarter for Qualcomm is a lot more about lawsuits and legal struggles, but talk to us about the numbers and what they look like given what is going on with Apple.
Yeah, all eyes on the legal disputes with Apple and its manufacturers, and of course the regulatory disputes that span from the EU to the US to Asia as well. And this hit not only the third quarter, but also its fourth quarter forecast. So looking at these numbers, they seem to have shocked the market somewhat. Analysts hadn't got their head around how much these legal disputes could in fact cost for the fourth quarter. The third quarter, Qualcomm had guided us there. They said, look, revenue is going to fall, and it did 11%. They said earnings per share is going to fall, and it did 28%. But the fourth quarter forecast, Emily, we are looking at profit that could slump as much as 41%. We are looking at revenue that could fall as much as 13%. This has come as a surprise to the market. The analysts hadn't got their heads wrapped around this sort of amount, and it shows the dependence on Apple, which is refusing to pay the licensing fees along with its manufacturers, as well as, they say, another customer, which they don't name, which is also in a contract dispute. And it's interesting, we're hearing from the CEO in the statement really trying to say, look, we hold, they say, the high ground with regard to the dispute with Apple. They believe they can win the legal cases. Well, check out my chart. It looks as though they don't think that from an analyst and an investor perspective, because shares on the Bloomberg, if you type in #BTV5568, look how much underperforming we've seen Qualcomm going to the chart on the Bloomberg. You'll see in the blue line, we've lost about 13% of the market capitalization this year for Qualcomm. It is the worst performing major stock in terms of chips out there in the US. Meanwhile, look at Apple, up some 30%.